don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Hey guys, we are back here for another video, getting some more information with regards to this Porsha Williams and this Simon Guobadia situation. Now, Porsha has gone onto social media, y'all, and she's saying she need prayers. So listen, I don't know if there's some more information that is going to be coming out, but Porsha is asking that everybody under the sound of my voice pray for her. So y'all go ahead and, take to y'all knees and do a little prayer for Porsha. Because I'm like, okay, what is really going on? Because Simon is actually on social media saying that he will not stop loving Porsha until the divorce is filed and over with. So I'm like, okay, Simon, what did you really do? And now there's a bunch of stuff speculating online saying that Porsha and Simon got sued they're going to be sued. Now, I can't confirm that because I do not have that information. So a few people are running with that narrative saying that Porsha Williams and Simon Guobadia is in some type of lawsuit. The only lawsuit that I know is that Porsha has filed for divorce, and now she's on her social media asking for prayers from everybody, which to me again is unless she found out something about him within the last week, it still doesn't add up. Because I'll say this over and over again, if we look at the timeline between those two, just last week she was having a great time. So the only thing that we know that has taken place is the issue with the citizenship. That is the only thing that has taken place that we know of. And then people are running with this narrative that they're in a lawsuit. Again, I don't know anything about that. But with regards to Porsha, again, she's saying that she needs prayers, and she's, wanting everybody to pray for her and thanking everybody for their prayers, which is leading me to believe that it's something else that's going on that may have happened more sudden than anything. And that's probably why, if we look at Porsha's timeline, obviously, she was celebrating with Simon, and then now we find out about the citizenship thing, and she filed for divorce. So something happened between this week or so. But I don't know, because when I look at Simon's social media, he seems to be having a great time and he's laughing and smiling. So I'm just like, this better not be a storyline ploy, because from what I know about Porsha, but then I don't know, people get desperate. So hopefully this is not a storyline thing, and hopefully it's legitimate, real. But again, we don't really know what's going on. So Porsha has come out, appear to be brokenhearted, thanking everybody for their prayers and asking for prayer. So what in the hell is going on that we just might not know about? Everything that has come out so far is pretty much saying that Porsha thought that Simon was this rich and wealthy man. And at this point, she is now realizing that Simon, obviously, he's not broke, but the money that she thought that he had, he obviously does not have it. And now with this U.S. citizenship ordeal, and being involved with the federal government and them saying that, he has committed these crimes. And now they're saying that he is marrying people to stay in the country. People are saying that Porsha just wants to wash her hands of him and just pretty much be done with this. So that is what sources are saying. With Porsha coming out on her social media saying, pray for her, girl, because you thought you had a wealthy man. Now Simon does portray the wealthy man status, but again, they've been saying this for years, that he just don't have it like everybody may think. If you guys recall, when Simon was married to Fallon, now I understand it was a new home, but they speculated that that home that he and Fallon purchased, they had just bought that home because they wanted to be able to shoot for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So think about it. They bought that house just to shoot the Real Housewives of Atlanta scenes. That is what is being speculated. And if you guys recall, they didn't even have furniture in that home. Now, I know it was a big house and maybe they wanted to get custom, furniture. But if you think about it, when you're in the process of buying a home, especially if you're a wealthy person, why would you not have some sort of furniture? The house was completely empty. And also, if you guys recall, Fallon did an interview and she stated that they bought that property specifically for shooting the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But then for whatever reason, Fallon was never asked back to come. She wasn't renewed for the show. And then we know the story. Porsha went into Simon's DMs and somehow they hooked up. A month after Simon finalized his divorce with Fallon, they had already made basically a post saying that they were engaged. So I feel like, again, Porsha, money hungry, just like, her mother taught her. It is being stated that Porsha's mother was a gold digger. She was actually humping on a married man, which was Porsha's daddy. And that is why Porsha's other side of the family, which is her dad's side, they don't like Diane. So Porsha wanted this man for money, honey. And although he got some little money, but he's not wealthy like she thought. And Nate is just saying that Porsha is trying to get out of this situation. She's trying to get away from him. And again, now that the feds are involved, she wants no parts of it. And if you guys really think about it, and if you follow this story, Porsha has a property in Duluth, the one that she purchased after Cordell divorced her, and then she went and she lived with her mom, and then she finally was able to, save up to be able to buy her a home. She still has that home, and Porsha stated that she was not selling her house because she never wanted to be in a situation where she had nowhere to live. So I feel like when she went into this relationship with Simon, that there were some red flags, but she was just willing to pretty much bet on him, see what it's all about. Because of course, she had to make Dennis look bad because Dennis didn't want to marry her. If you guys recall that situation, like Dennis, he didn't want to marry Porsha. So Dennis knew what Porsha was about. Dennis was not trying to feed into Porsha's bullshit. If you guys recall, Porsha said Dennis cheated and Dennis' mother was like, yeah, and so did you. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Porsha that she obviously doesn't want the world to know. And we saw that when she had her special, and they stated that she was actually telling them what they could and cannot talk about. So for me, in this situation with Porsha, I feel like she knew some things, but maybe thought it wasn't as bad, or maybe felt like, hey, what does she have to lose? She's going to live with him. He's pretty much going to pay all of the bills. So worst case scenario, she could at least save her money and still go back to her regular life. So that's just my take on it. So Porsha is all over social media asking for prayers and all of that. Girl, and somebody in the comments was like, girl, why you asking for prayers? Y'all probably sitting right next to each other with them big teeth. Y'all is crazy in these comments, child. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And make sure you guys enable the bell notification so you do not miss out on a video.